Steph Curry for 3. Giannis for the dunk. Big Papi hits grand slam. These are some famous catchphrases that are heard in the annually famous matinee of sports entertainment, the All-Star Game with 4 major American sports. The All-Star Game for NBA, Winter Classic for NHL, Pro Bowl for NFL, and finally All-Star Game for MLB as well. We will review a selection of videos and major highlights of the All-Star Games in American pro sports, including the ones in the pandemic and most recent All-Star Game of the NBA in Atlanta. We review each of the most popular videos of the NUTV sports department and then comment to quote Smash Mouth where all stars are ready to play. So likely videos we're going to review: the Blake Griffin Kia car dunk contest from the dunk contest, the NHL All-Star Games, the Pacific vs. Atlantic 2020. The NFL Pro Bowl had an interesting All-Star Game strategy with the parody of tic-tac-toe called kick-tac-toe. So the kickers of the NFL were actually trying to kick the ball into 9 grids and then try to win a game of tic-tac-toe. And of course, the most recent All-Star Game in Atlanta, Giannis Antetokounmpo's perfect field goal, 16 of 16 field goal from the NBA. And I love the LeBron reference from Giannis. Milwaukee, this is for you. It's great. And then of course, the 2019 Home Run Derby All-Star Game, where you had the Vladdy Guerrero Jr. and the Pete Alonso duo, which is amazing. And then the round before that, before the final round of the Home Run Derby, you got Jock Peterson and Vladimir Guerrero hitting some nice home runs. Then for the 2019 All-Star Game, the actual All-Star Game, we had Shane Bieber for the Cleveland Indians being the pitcher that won the MVP. And then we also had the Petco Park Star Spangled Banner and O Canada songs as well, which is interesting usage of the national anthems. And then we have the 2016 Slam Dunk Contest with Aaron Gordon versus Zach LaVine. It was a very awesome use of AI technology. They used a drone, which was making a nice trend on social media. And then finally, we have the St. Patrick's Day throwback update from Larry Bird's 3-point contest from the Boston Celtics in 1988 from Chicago. We will rate the All-Star Game moments in general terms, and then discuss, including what NUTV brings to the All-Star Game if we actually participate in All-Star Games ourselves. In other words, we will ask each member what it would mean to be an All-Star Game power, like whether Pete Alonso's home run derby, Stephen Curry's 3-point shooting, or Russell Wilson's ability to pass the football for Pro Bowl. So this is NUTV Sports Department and Jason Liu, ready to now review the All-Star Games. So yeah, the first All-Star Game we're reviewing is the Blake Griffin jumping over the car in the 2011 dunk contest. It's a great throwback in the turn of the decade.
We also have a special guest for this dunk. Here he is right here, Baron Davis. You got all the judges standing up. That's how you know this is a crime. You got 5 NBA slam dunk champions. Can he do it? If I can see it. Did not get to it's real. Thank you. Took off in the bottom half of the circle. You know what? I hate to say this. That wasn't the greatest dunk. But the presentation was pretty fine. Yeah, but listen, that's like when you got a pretty girl, she dumb, it don't matter. What's going on with you and Kenny tonight? I'm just telling you, kidding me? If a pretty girl is dumb, it don't matter.
So as you can see from that awesome All-Star game, I overall gave us an amazing review. I think Blake Griffin did a great job dunking over the car. Though I did wish he actually dunked over the hook over the not over the front of the car. That would truly be amazing. And by the way, actually don't try this at home because it's a very difficult dunk. So overall, this is a great All-Star game highlight from Blake Griffin and the Clippers. Overall, I enjoyed the 2011 Los Angeles All-Star game. It's actually really awesome. It's my first ever All-Star game I watched as a newly made U.S. citizen, in terms of like just understanding American sports. And I think NUTV definitely agrees that this is an amazing highlight. However, it's not the best of all. It's not the best of our choices. The next one is actually even better. So the next one is actually going to be our tic-tac-toe, which is the NFL Pro Bowl All-Star game. Now, the game of tic-tac-toe usually requires X's and O's. So in this case, the AFC was the X and the NFC was the O. So here's the tic-tac-toe from the NFL Pro Bowl.
Is tic-tac-toe. Kicker representing each Pro Bowl team will be trying to kick balls through the tic-tac-toe grid. It's like your classic tic-tac-toe competition. You hit a square, that square belongs to you. You get 3 in a row, you win. And if nobody gets 3 in a line.
So you can see right here, you have the nice looking tic-tac-toe 3x3 square. And then to win, you basically kick in 3 field goals that line up either horizontally, vertically, or diagonally. Actually, something we could try once quarantine is over.
The player who gets 5 out of the 9 will be the winner of this tic-tac-toe competition. So here is Chris Boswell of the Pittsburgh Steelers. They'll each get 2 kicks from 45 yards, and then they'll move up 10. Going for the right side of the grid, and it did not go through.
It's like me on the golf course trying to hit through some trees. They say it's 90% air. Somehow I get the branch.
There was the advantage of going first because if there were no misses at all, and obviously you win 5-4. AFC captains did a great job with the coin toss to go first in this competition. Jason Taylor and LaDainian Tomlinson. Graham Gano now of the Carolina Panthers, and that one is through. There will be a blue flag that falls down to tell you which target you hit, and you hit the top right.
This is a good kick, and he goes top right corner, which, as you know, Sean, in tic-tac-toe, that's a great place to start.
Early lead belongs to Gano. Boswell wasting no time, misses the entire grid wide to the right.
Maybe Boswell just needs more pressure. This year with the Steelers, he had 4 game winners. Maybe there's just not quite enough pressure on him at this point in the competition.
First Steelers kicker in the Pro Bowl since Gary Anderson in 1993. They did have the option, by the way, of having somebody hold the ball for them or using the place kicking practice holder. Ball must be on the turf. Oh! Unfortunate. I think it could have gone through any number of the squares.
Well, I would love to know from Graham Gano what he thinks the strategy is. If he is actually, in fact, aiming for that top left square, that's very impressive.
That went through. Or did it go over the entire thing? We're told it went over the entire thing. Here's Gano wasting no time.
Wow. Again, this is like me on the golf course, Sean. I can't say I'm ready to throw rocks from my glass house.
It's looking more and more like your golf game as we go. Due to time constraints, this may conclude on ESPN 8 The Ocho. That one appeared to go through from our vantage point. We are, as you can tell by our commentary, in an obstructed view situation, relying heavily on the monitors. That's the first one posted by Boswell. And how about that line drive through the lower left by Gano. Now if he hit the middle, he'll have kick-tack-toe.
Well, this is an excellent kick. Reminds me of a soccer penalty kick, kind of going that low left corner. Very well down by Graham Gano.
I think that would be a fun wrinkle next year. Like a penalty kick, let the opposing kicker head the ball out of the way. Get up on the grid fast enough. They're going for the middle, shortened stroke by Boswell. Did he get it? Apparently he did. Gano gives him the high five. Yes, there's the block. And now Boswell could win with 3 in a row across the middle. Gano will undoubtedly be going for that middle left spot. The AFC trying to tie it at 2 points per conference as we head to epic dodgeball. It will all come down to the dodgeball, no matter who wins this kick-tack-toe. Like he rocketed it through for the block. Perhaps Rose Marie could be sitting in that square.
No bigger kick in this young man's life.
That's right. You know, Boswell was out in the backyard as a kid dreaming of being in the kick-tack-toe, even though it was not even a thought in anybody's mind at the time.
You know, in all seriousness, though, Sean, I will say that when you get into competitions like this with your friends, with the best of the best, and it doesn't feel like work, kind of feels more fun. It's something you would do in the backyard as a kid. There's a lot of satisfaction that comes with beating your buddy in these types of situations.
No, again for the win. It is good. Graham Gano of the Carolina Panthers. He and John.
So you can see Graham Gano won the kick-tack-toe because he hit 3 in a row vertically. So yeah, it's a great variation of our childhood classic tic-tac-toe. So definitely try it out if you have the time. It's actually quite interesting. It'll actually make you a much better kicker in the NFL. I don't know how much kicking I could do in the NFL, but at least the next one, I know I can actually have a chance. For it is Giannis Antetokounmpo's perfect field goal for the 2021 All-Star game.
Team, especially after the Cooper team. Personal words when Brooklyn Nets. He's 4 for 4 from the field. Continue to fire away. It's like in junior high and high school. Come on, man. You've been worldwide known since you were like 12. Giannis again. He still hits the 3. Well, welcome to opposing coaches now. Zion right back. He now has 8 points. Giannis from Paul. Giannis perfect from the field thus far in this first half. 9 of 9 and 19 points. Is Kawhi Leonard across the lane. His pass broken up. Harden with the save ends up in the hands of Paul for Giannis. Jokic is saying, listen, why didn't he throw it off the back? There's a long pass from Doncic for Giannis, and he lays it home. Giannis with the bucket set up by Jokic. No! Yes!
So you can see, definitely Giannis Antetokounmpo deserve MVP. Milwaukee, this is for you. Great effort. I actually am impressed that LeBron did not actually play that much in the All-Star game. Overall, well-deserved MVP for the Milwaukee Bucks, Giannis Antetokounmpo. I'm impressed. He actually scored NBA 2K style with perfect field goal. You know how hard that is to do. Even playing NBA 2K, I have never done that before. Even in real life, I've never done that before. So kudos to Giannis for doing that. Really, really awesome job. The next one's more to the MLB side of things, or Major League Baseball. And of course, I know a lot of NUTV sports members love baseball. Anyway, here's the great matchup between Vladimir Guerrero and Pete Alonso home run derby, and then the round before, Jock Peterson and Vladimir Guerrero.
3 swings.
So you can see it's now overtime between Guerrero and Peterson. A really rare home run derby overtime, actually. I'm definitely impressed to see that Guerrero Jr. and Peterson were hitting that many home runs, because it's not that easy to hit home runs in overtime.
These guys just want to give us more. Do it again. The fans want more. Let alone 2 of them.
So you can see Vlad Guerrero really won in basically double overtime. And it's actually really difficult to see they actually hit 40 home runs. That's like almost half a MLB season for MVP candidate. I gotta say, they can definitely show MLB The Show some serious homers. The Mets and the Toronto Blue Jays battle between Vlad Guerrero and Pete Alonso. So definitely, this one we're also going to show a portion of the video because it's rather long. So yeah, enjoy the actual final round where basically Pete Alonso overtakes Vladdy for the MLB Home Run Derby champion for 2019. We'll skip over to the final portion as well for this. And
Active winning. He already told us which charities he was going to donate 5% of his money to, and he is on the verge of doing it. A week ago, Carl, I told you.
See, Pete Alonso did a fantastic job. He actually took advantage of Vladdy being tired after that Jock Peterson duel. So it's a very clever way to win the home run derby. Basically get well rested before you actually face the final round. Anyway, Pete Alonso is a fantastic player from the New York Mets. And I think honestly, the Mets are gonna do some good stuff this year. And now go back actually from the recent St. Patrick's Day, we got the Boston Celtics Larry Bird 3-point contest, where Larry Legend, 3-time champion of Boston Celtics in the 1980s, actually won the 3-point contest in his Celtics jacket. So yeah, this guy is definitely inspirational as a Boston sports fan for NUTV, and I really respect the Larry Legend Bird. So enjoy Larry's 3-point contest from 1988 Chicago. I'm going to skip over to where Larry Bird actually hits threes. So sometime around here. And
He has to meet 15 points, a slow start, but he warms up as he gets going. 3 points out of the first right.
He's all over the place in this rack. Usually he comes back with that big money ball that keeps him floating.
He's hit both the money balls, both the 2-point balls. I think he's over adjusting. He's come up short, and then he's all of a sudden throws it a little bit long. He certainly doesn't have that normal Bird rhythm going for himself. He does not. At 25 seconds remaining, has only 7, has to be 15. That's 8. Make it 9. And 10. And 11, and we're counting. 13.
Huge rack that time for Bird.
He's still got to drop one here quickly. 14. This is a tie for the money.
17 for Larry Bird, 17 for the Boston Celtics. Definitely Larry Bird is like the forerunner of Paul Pierce and Ray Allen, now actually Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Celtics looking good in their legendary 3-point shooting. And then we're also going to review another MLB, the NBA dunk contest between Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine. This was the drone classic between the two amazing competitors for dunk contest. And I'm actually surprised they use technology in this. As a computer science major also at Northeastern, I'm also very happy to see Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon use technology for the dunk contest.
Here we go again. The mascot.
Stop the Magic Dragon.
Gordon is ready.
Mascot for Orlando Magic.
With Zach LaVine. How do you walk on these dunks? Oh, no, this is real. This is real. Okay. This is real. This is real. That's a 50. That's a 50. That's a 50. That's a 50. That's what you do. And how you do it. Yeah. That's beautiful. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. Sanders excited the press.
That was my pick. This was my pick.
This is my pick. Charles, that, because of the timing, that everything he did on that, makes you understand what a dunk contest. He cupped it, and he put it behind his neck like Karl Malone, and then did the dunk. That is the best dunk in the last 5 years. That might be the best dunk in the last 5 years. Because LaVine had some stuff last year.
So you can see Aaron Gordon also uses a hoverboard, which is even more impressive use of technology. Now we're going to see the drone dunk actually later on in this dunk contest. We're also going to see Zach LaVine dunk as well from a very impressive game winner.
Highway robbery. Zach's been living at this free throw line now, people.
That's highway robbery.
He's living at this free throw line.
But I'm not giving him a 50 for another free throw dunk.
What if you do a 360 from the free throw line?
Now, I run out there and half out like Kevin Hart did.
Okay, all right. If he does a 360 from the free throw line, you'll go high five.
First of all, he's not going to do that.
Okay,
That's impossible.
Right. Okay, we're going to see. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Good night. Good night, Steve. I think you just went back to back. Yeah. Good night, you just went back to back. Yeah.
Break is gone.
Yeah.
All you have to say on this.
You can see Zach Living easily won the dunk contest with basically a near free throw line dunk. It just goes to show you that quality beats quantity. You can see it's based on the previous recording that it's very impressive to see Aaron Gordon and Zach Levine dunk. It's really amazing. And our final highlight actually for the All-Star Games is going to be the most recent one for NHL, the Hockey All-Star Game highlight. Ordinarily, I don't watch that much All-Star Games or Winter Classics in hockey, but I do enjoy this one. This one was one of the best, and NUTV Sports had a long discussion about this one as well when I first joined NUTV. So it's actually very interesting to see how this one really shows hockey can also show amazing things. So our final highlight of this shoot is going to be the Pacific versus Atlantic matchup between the NHL teams.
And that one turned right on goal, and then Duclair with another try, and it's in. Anthony
Duclair hits a
career breakout season in Ottawa, 21 goals, has stashed that one in, and it's back to a one-goal game.
Well, the odd man situation, 2-on-1. Duclair moves that puck over to Tyler Bertuzzi. He loses the handle, and then Duclair just stays above the goal line and puts it into the wide open net.
That's a very excellent bank shot from Duclair. So we're going to see another goal beat the Metropolitan Division.
Jari, one of 20 Canadians playing today, is left. This is fed across, and what a nice collection of passes, and goal is scored by Hischier. And that is his second.
That was Travis Konechny that made that.
So Hischier made a nice little behind the hook shot for the goals. So overall, in the end of this game, basically this game was like reset to goals every single period. A lot like the NBA's reset the quarters to make the All-Star game more interesting, actually.
Giordano able to hold on, feeds it on to Connor McDavid again, got it back to, shoved it across Giordano there. Giordano fed it. McDavid a shot, doesn't go. Rebound, fiddles it up on top of the net, then bites it back down. Now a 2-on-1 the other way, and it's back checked away, and here's Draisaitl again. Across for McDavid, but it's cut off and ripped back out by Eichel, and it bounces around where Pasternak can't get it. McDavid able to finesse, then it went off Draisaitl, picked up and started back up by Hedman. Walks it back on with 2:50 to go. Hedman across. Eichel is there. And a rising shot went off of Riddick. It's McDavid again. Protected by Draisaitl. Has a man open. It's Hurdle. Walking on in. Hurdle with a shot. He scores! His fifth goal.
So Hurdle scored on a power play, which is very interesting on an All-Star game.
Holds on there with 45 to go, and now Vasilevsky comes to the bench for the extra man. Brady Tkachuk able to walk it in, but he can't dance by the defense. McDavid deals it back. Riddick up with it there. Back to McDavid again. Long toss ahead with the net empty. It's Pettersson. Pettersson trying to get away from Hedman, can't do it. Pettersson lobbed one around for McDavid. Steered wide. Defended away there by Jack Eichel. Puck taken away and started up by Pasternak. Delays and pulls it neatly away from Draisaitl. Got it back up the wing. It's fed on for Pasternak. Tried to jam it in front. No, said Draisaitl. Now Pasternak over to Eichel. Got it back to Hedman with 8 to go. His shot was blocked. Giordano got in the way of that. Hedman ripped it back on with 3 seconds to go. Fed across. Oh, and it wouldn't go.
Conferences won the entire All-Star game. So yeah. That's it for the final All-Star Game highlight. So yeah, this is NTV Sports and Jason Liu signing off and ready to be awesome. So let's play and watch and truly learn how to become All-Stars. So yeah, it's amazing to see the All-Star games in different types of forms, different types of really creative activity. Like for example, the dunk contest with the car and the drone and the hoverboard, the really amazing kick-tack-toe from the NFL, and the Giannis's perfect field goal attempt. A really amazing double overtime battle between Valdeguero and Pete Alonso. So overall, NUTV is in general very impressed by these All-Star Game performances, especially me personally. So yeah, hopefully we can actually have these All-Star Games back after the COVID pandemic. And remember, watch and learn, and let's go All-Stars.